The Tailor in Heaven by Brothers Grimm. Brought to you by TellStory.net, stories from around the world. One fine day, God wished to take a walk in the Garden of Heaven. He turned to St. Peter and said,
"Watch over the gate while I am gone. Let no one in."
St. Peter nodded, set himself down by the great gate, and prepared to wait. But an old saint came along not long after, and Peter, being a sociable sort, left his post just for a moment to have a word. That was all the time the tailor needed. He had been waiting outside for some while, this little tailor. A quick-fingered, sharp-eyed man who had spent his whole life finding ways around small difficulties. He saw the gate standing unwatched, squeezed through, and slipped inside. Heaven was very fine, as you might expect. Everything gleamed and sang. But the tailor did not gape for long. His eye fell on something better, God's own throne, standing empty and grand in the center of it all. He looked left. He looked right. He climbed up and sat down. From that high seat, he could see the whole of the world below. Every field and lane and rooftop, spread out like cloth on a cutting table. He leaned forward and peered through the clouds with great satisfaction. Then he saw her. Down on earth, a woman was standing at a stream, washing cloth. But she had set aside 2 pieces that were not hers. She tucked them under her arm and walked away quick as you like, bold as brass. The tailor's mouth went tight. He had spent his life working with cloth, pinching and counting every scrap. And here was a thief walking off without a care. It made his blood boil. He grabbed one of the small golden footstools from beside the throne and flung it down through the clouds at her. The footstool struck true. The tailor leaned back, satisfied. Then, remembering where he was, he climbed down quickly and hid himself in a corner, looking as innocent as he could manage. When God came back from his walk, there was no footstool by the throne. He looked around, then looked at the tailor.
"Well?"
The tailor shifted.
There was a woman stealing cloth from a stream. She was bold about it, too. I may have thrown one of your footstools at her.
God studied him for a long moment.
"And who told you to sit in my seat and judge the world? If I had flung a footstool at every thief in my sight, I would have run out long before now."
The tailor had no answer for that.
"Out,"
said God. And out the tailor went, tumbling back to earth and leaving heaven rather faster than he had entered it.